Yesterday, somebody was asking me a very good question. They were asking me, is it good to be ambitious? Yes. So, what do you think? Is it good to be ambitious? Yes. Okay. So, then I asked that, brother, what is your idea of ambition? Like, what do you mean by is it good to be ambitious? So, they said that, being passionate about finding something, having something. So I said, you see, uh, ambition is not only good according to the definition you're giving, it is most necessary. Yes, but you have to understand that now at this present time, the ambition to do something, have something is is not going to 100% materialize. Yes, because even if you put in all your energy into having something or doing something, not necessarily that the result will come. Yes, because this is a time when we and the drama are not in harmony. Yes, so there are lots of 63 births of karmic settlements, and then you may have an ambition. So you see, there are people who are very ambitious about earning a certain amount of money, and they try very hard, but they don't get to it. So, because there are it's hard work or dedication or perseverance is not enough, because you have to have other factors also supporting you, circumstances, or the condition of the economy, or there are national circumstances, global circumstances. Everything influences how much money you will earn, or there are personal circumstances also that will influence that decision. But at this time, it is very important to have the ambition of who we want to be. Yes, and that is why when Baba comes, Baba talks about, having the aim and objective to change from a human to a deity. So that's our aim and objective. Are you attending classes? Are you making effort with aim and objective? Yes. Do you keep that aim in your sight? Because you see, there's a big difference between doing everything with an aim and just doing everything. Yes, because when you do something with an aim, there is passion in it, and you do it despite obstacles. Yes, so Baba, when we take the course, Baba tells us that we have come here to change from a human to a deity. And then we slowly understand that our aim is to come at the beginning of the golden age and come in the kingdom. So, we want to be part of the royal family in the golden age. How many of you have that aim, that I want to come in the royal family in the golden age? So many Baba's children, the aim is not registered yet. Yes. So that's why we are having this class. So that's okay, even if it's not registered yet. But we have to understand with what aim we are studying here. Okay, because if the aim is not clear, then Baba says you will not have the passion to follow the directions that are going to lead you to the aim. And then the qualifications, whatever stage you should have at this present time, so that you can achieve that aim, will not be visible. So, do you understand that when Baba speaks the Murli, Baba is speaking the Murli to those children who have that aim, who share that aim with Baba, The aim with which Baba is speaking the Murli is to make you a deity. And so, if your aim is also to become a deity, then the Murli will make sense to you. Yes, then you will have interest in what Baba is telling you. Otherwise, if you are having some other aim, let's say you are, so there are many children, students, they are students in the world, and then they come to the center and they tell me that my aim is to build concentration so that I can study well. Okay. Now, for such a child, when they listen in the Murli, make an effort to forget the body, bodily relations, religion, and consider yourself to be a soul. It doesn't make sense to them because they don't want to make this much effort to just build concentration, right? So you have to understand that Baba is teaching us with the aim to make us a deity. And if you don't share that aim with Baba, if you're not on the same page, then the Murli will not make complete sense to you. Yes, so we have to be on the same page with Baba regarding with the aim at least, and only then we will understand the Murli. So Baba has come from the soul world, and Baba is. So, do you understand that the purifier, the ocean of purity, has come to this impure world for you? Do you understand the seriousness of that? Yes, so if somebody, if somebody who is, I remember there was this one brother, and he was somebody known to us, and he had a very good lifestyle. So he used to really live well. So he had all the comforts at home, and then he had a lot of love for us. So when he came to the center, he slept on the floor. So there was no arrangement at that time, and he had to, we were all sleeping on the floor. So at that time, he also put a mattress and slept on the floor. And that act that made him, that made us feel how much love he had for us. Yes, because, somebody who is living comfortably, coming and being uncomfortable or, adjusting is a big deal. But then just think about Baba. Baba always resides in the world of purity, and Baba is the ocean of purity, and Baba comes to this world of impurity and sits in a body which is, made of tamo pradhan elements, impure elements, and then he just comes for us. So, do you understand that Baba has come to give us knowledge? And that knowledge is so important that he had to come and give this to us, and endure that discomfort of being in this old world. And do we understand the value of that knowledge, the value of Shrimat? What is Shrimat? Baba's directions. Baba in the Murli says, do this, or protect yourself from this. So, do we understand that Baba has come from the soul world to give us these directions, and how much attention we should pay to these directions? And only when, so in Baba's Shrimat is the directions of God, that which followed change you from a human to a deity. So, when you follow Shrimat, you become Sresht. Sresht means elevated. So that is the law. So Baba has come from the soul world to give us these directions. And just by following these simple looking directions, you can transform from a human to a deity. But do we pay attention to these directions, or do we just ignore them? Because we are receiving them free. So, if somebody charged crores of rupees to give you these directions, then maybe you would value them. I remember there was this one sister, and she had some practices. She was doing some practices every day, practices of the mind. And then I asked her, how did you get so serious about practices? She did not have gyan. She had come newly to Baba. Then she said, I paid some 5 lakhs or 6 lakhs for this course. So she had taken some, in the world they have motivational courses and stuff. So she said, I paid so much for that course. So I better, follow what they said. Otherwise, that money will get wasted. So you see, people have so much concern to follow the directions that a human being gave because they paid for it. And here, Baba is giving us the most elevated directions that can change us from a human to a deity. But do we pay attention to them? Do we check? Did I follow Baba's directions? So much for having that having that fire in you to use this opportunity of the confluence age to transform yourself from a human to a deity and go to the world of permanent, constant purity, peace, happiness, and prosperity. Now, today Baba's directions are: first is forget the body, forget the bodily religions, forget the bodily relations. Consider yourself to be a soul and remember me. Yes, so do you sit? Can you forget all of that and sit? Yes. So do you know that the body, the bodily relations, bodily religion? Do you forget the bodily religion and sit? Yes. Is it ever that you forget I'm a Hindu or a Muslim or a Christian? So this is so embedded inside us. And Baba says you are just a soul. And all these things that you're carrying. And I remember there was one time I was giving a meditation commentary. And in that meditation commentary, we were just practicing that you're sitting in a room. And in that room, there are many pegs on the wall. Okay? So there are pegs on the wall where you hang clothes. And then what you do is you are sitting in one corner of the room, and then you take each aspect of your body consciousness, okay, one relation, and you hang it on a peg, and then second relation, and then third, and then the religion, and the consciousness of the profession you have and everything, and you're getting stripped as you do that. And then finally the body, and then you are just left with yourself, the soul. And then I asked everyone to share their experience about this. So then one brother who had been in Gyan for 7 years, he told me that I felt very fearful. So he said I felt like I felt very insecure because these labels and titles and all of this, we have so much of our identity associated with it. And when we leave all of this, then we feel what is called an identity crisis. Okay, so then, so I asked that brother, you have been a BK for 7 years. Now today you are telling me that this practice is making you feel vulnerable. Not the vulnerable is the right word actually. So this practice is making you feel very vulnerable. Now, how is it that this practice is making you feel vulnerable when you are saying you have been practicing soul consciousness for 7 years? So he said, I am practicing, I am a soul, I am peace, but I am not stripping off all these things. I am not leaving everything. I am just practicing I am a soul and I am peace. So this is the thing, we are not letting go. We are just accumulating more and more. That is our sanskar. So we are just practicing that with all of this, I'm also a soul. But no, Baba says, forget all of this. That is why, our yoga is not working. Raj Yoga means first forget the physical world, then come to the awareness that I am a soul, and come to the awareness of your qualities, and then have all relationships and all attainments from Baba. See, you cannot drink water if you're not thirsty. Yes, can you drink water when you're not thirsty? No. So you cannot absorb Baba's love and light if you are already full in this, when you are in the consciousness of your body and relations and religion, then you are feeling temporarily full. And in that body consciousness, even if you are connecting to Baba, you are not absorbing anything because there is no emptiness inside. Because all these, have you seen that even knowledge, until and unless there is a situation in which you have to apply knowledge, that knowledge is not registering in your intellect. Have you seen that? Yes, until and unless there is a situation where you need love, you are not connecting with Baba as the ocean of love. You are only connecting with Baba as the ocean of knowledge and peace, but not love, because you are taking love from everywhere. But Baba says you have to understand that this is an illusion. This body, this relations, this religion, all of it is an illusion. And get rid of the illusion. Forget all of this. Understand that you are just a soul. And look at your spiritual stage. Yes, without all of this, who are you? Yes, why are you feeling vulnerable? Because you're very empty inside. And when you're empty inside, then you have to build all that relationship, all that attainment from Baba. Yes, so, just like, by fulfilling the duties that your religion tells you, you feel like, there's God's hand on you. But but the thing is, even while you're fulfilling all the duties that the religion tells you, you are not having God's hand on you, because the religion is not telling you to do that which will actually take you to a world of purity and peace. So forget all of that. Come to that place where you see yourself, see your condition as it is. And then you will be able to draw the love and light from Baba. Yes, so think about, what are you really seeking and needing? Have you seen that if you are hungry and then you eat junk food, yes, that's not real food, but it will not allow you to eat healthy food. Eat that which you really need to eat. It's so, this bodily relations, bodily religion, when you are in the consciousness of that, you are eating junk food. And then your hunger is temporarily satiated. You have no health, but your hunger is satiated. And then you are not able to remember Baba and take the real food that you have to take. So this is the thing, that Baba says you have to sit and forget first, and then come to the awareness that you are a soul and remember Baba and draw in the light and might from Baba. Only when you sit in that vulnerable stage can you draw love and light and fill yourself really. Okay, so this is one thing. Then Baba gives us a direction that we must become trustees like Brahma Baba. So you see, Brahma Baba is the one who made it to the number one spot. Do you know that although the result is pending, yes, yesterday Baba underlined this in the Murli, that you cannot talk ill of anybody because the result is not yet out. Yes, so in the world also, people say that don't talk ill of anybody because the tables might turn any moment. Yes, so today you are saying, I remember there was this news when the big earthquake happened in Turkey. So there was this news that there was a person who was living on rent in a place, and that landlord, his landlord, he said, I want to increase the rent. So he said, I can't pay more than this. So the landlord said, oh, you poor person, get out of the house. So then this person got out of the house, and then next day there was an earthquake, and then they were both in the same tent. So the landlord and that tenant. So you see, the tables can turn any time, and Baba says, everybody is making effort. Today you think you are the great effort maker, and somebody is not making effort, and you label somebody based on their current stage and effort, but tomorrow maybe they fly faster than you and they reach higher than you. So this is one thing that Baba underlined yesterday. But do you know, for Brahma Baba and Mama, Baba has declared that they are going to get the first position in Satyug. So in the golden age, the first Sri Lakshmi and Sri Narayan would be Brahma Baba and Mama. So Baba has said that, they are fixed. So they are not going to, it's not like their position is going to change. And that's why Baba has given us a mantra, and that mantra is follow father. Yes, follow father, mother. And follow father, mother means follow Brahma Baba and Mama. Yes, and when Baba says follow Brahma Baba and Mama, because they have made it to the first spot. So what does Baba really mean? Baba says Brahma Baba, first, the most important quality in Brahma Baba's life that we need to follow is Brahma Baba became a trustee. Yes. What did Brahma Baba do? Brahma Baba had 4 children. He had a wife. And then he became a trustee. Yes. And trustee means, Baba said, Baba used everything he had only for Baba's service and physical sustenance. Yes. So physical sustenance, Baba says, yes, anybody who is, who you have a karmic account with, you can give them physical sustenance. So, if they are children, you have to feed them, clothe them, educate them. This is fine. So, or, your physical sustenance, you have to feed and clothe your body, that's fine. But Baba says, apart from that, Baba didn't give anything to anyone. Baba didn't spend his money on, fulfilling his children's desires or fulfilling the desires of his wife. So Baba became a trustee, and Baba used everything for God's service. And this is why, we are all sitting here. Yes, because Brahma Baba made that effort. And do you know, in the beginning, Brahma Baba made a committee of 5 women who were surrendered in the Baba's Yagya, and Baba handed over all the rights of his physical property and money to that trust. And that trust decided, what were the expenses of Baba's work and where the money would be used. And this kind of trustee Brahma Baba became. And Shiv Baba says, you also have to follow Baba. Because, when the interesting thing is, just ask yourself one question. If you are given something in trust, and if you are given something which you call your own, which one do you abuse more? If you're given something in trust, and then there is something you call your own, let's say, your neighbor sends his child to your place, okay? And then you are a trustee of that child for one day or, 1 month. And then you have your own children. Who do you beat up more? Not the neighbor's child. So just think about our Kali-yugi nature. We abuse that which we call our own. And we actually take more care of that which we think we are a trustee of. because you think you are answerable, you know. So, answerability is very important. When you are not accountable, when you are not answerable, you just misuse everything. And karma is created through body, mind, and wealth. So, when you create karma out of body, mind, and wealth, that karma is going to come back to you. Yes. So, if you spend your time, energy, thought, money on that which is creating bad karma, then that karma is going to come back to you and you are going to suffer because of that. But we do all of this because we think this belongs to me and I have every right to waste it. Yes. And I remember when I was in school, I had a friend, and her father was very influential actually. And we were all very impressed with him. So we used to spend time, in her place a lot. And then I remember there was one time when his father was being very rude to his mother. And I thought, this man is very smart, but how can he explain this behavior? So I just we were so we questioned that uncle, that you were very rude to your wife, so is it okay to be rude? You are quite intellectual and everything. And then he said, she's my wife, so I can behave with her as I want. And then, that was the first time I felt that nobody should call me his own, because if somebody said, you're my wife, they will abuse me. So, so this is the thing. If you say, this is mine, that is mine, the first thing you start doing is you start abusing that one. So, Baba says that be a trustee, just like Brahma Baba. And Baba says, don't use your wealth and money for giving it. Don't give and take with impure souls in the world. Do you understand that when you give money to somebody and they use it for purposes which are against Srimat, then you are also sharing that burden of karma. Do you understand this thing? Yes. Yes, some people don't understand. Some people think I gave it with good intention. What they did is their problem. But no, you are liable. Try telling this to the police when they come and tell you that, you sent money and this money was used for this purpose. And so you are also party to the offense. So the police won't listen to this, that, you did not. So the one who is financing the crime is also part of the crime. Similarly, the one who is financing the sin is also part of the sin. So you have to understand, crime and sin are very different. Crime is a purview of the law, but sin is a purview of karma. But the law doesn't address every sin, but Baba tells us about sins, that acts of lust, anger, ego, attachment, greed, all are creating sins. And if somebody is not working on changing their spiritual stage, then they are committing sin. So anybody who is not listening to knowledge, who are not trying to reform themselves, they are all sinners. Even we are sinning right now. So just think about them. So, at least don't give and take with such souls. So Baba says that, become a trustee. And then Baba says that become pure. Baba says, when Ravan, so you see, Baba says that in the world, Ravan is shown to have 10 heads. And Baba says, those 10 heads have to be cut, the heads of vices. So Ravan is a character in Ramayana, in Hindu mythology, and that character is the devil. Okay, so he's the bad person. And then Baba says, Baba says the Ravan are the 5 vices, and 5 vices coupled with another 5. I told about the 10 vices yesterday. So all those vices are the 10 heads of Ravan. And these 10 heads of Ravan, Baba says, they have to be chopped off now, because It is because of this vices that you came to this world of sorrow and impurity. So now you have to go back to the world of purity. So chop off these heads. Now, which do you start with? That Baba is saying. So start with lust. Yes, Baba says, first head is lust that has to be chopped off. If you don't conquer lust, you cannot conquer ego or anger or attachment. That's impossible. But you know what children do? They try to start with ego or try to start with attachment. That's not happening. So in Hindi, we say kameshu krodheshu, which means if there is lust, there will be anger. And if there is anger and lust, there will be other vices. So it cannot happen that you don't deal with lust and you do deal with the others. And this is exactly why religions have failed. Yes, because they tell you don't be greedy, don't be angry, don't be attached, don't be egoistic, but they don't tell you don't be lustful. So they tell you, be lustful, but don't be angry, don't be egoistic, don't be greedy, and be detached. But that can never happen. That's why Baba says, first vice you have to work on is lust. So, and how do you work on lust? Even if there is a storm in your mind, lustful thoughts are creating a storm, don't engage in any action. Okay, don't act out of those feelings. Then, and slowly try to remember Baba and calm that storm. And slowly, gradually, with yoga power and by following all the Shrimad that Baba gives, you will be able to conquer this first vice. And when you conquer this vice, then you will be able to attract all virtues. Okay, Om Shanti. Anybody wants to share anything, please do.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Didi.
Om Shanti. Yes, Shiprabhan?
Yes, there was a little bit of, I would say, clarification, I wanted to understand it better regarding giving money to sinful souls. So, like all the time with money, we are buying things and spending money. So then, to whom we give the money, what they do with the money, we do not know. So that is one thing. And second thing is like when we are going in an auto or something, beggars come to beg at the red lights. And so previously I used to give money, but after I heard the Srimad, then I just sit with my, give them blessings that they come to know Shiv Baba, they remember Baba, they become closer to Baba. So I keep giving blessings as long as they are standing and be little detached with what they are saying. So this part is okay, but what about we are spending money all the time for anything and everything?
Okay, spending money is not giving. Spending is you are giving it in exchange, right? And you need that. So then you are not giving it to them for them, you are giving it for your need. So that doesn't count as give and take. Okay, so
when it's quick procure, then
then it is not that doesn't count as give and take. But when it comes to, but there are certain aspects which you have to check here also. For example, you are investing in a stock market. Okay, so there, which stock are you investing it in? Are you investing in buying arms and ammunition, which is going to kill somebody? Or are you investing in a stock which is harmless? So these things you can check. And then, for example, you see somebody who is torturing, who is using child labor, and there is, obviously, that this is not coming from a right place. Then you stop buying from them and start buying from somebody who you know better or don't know. That's a better choice. So even in these circumstances, you can be a little, careful. So this is, and we can do as much as we can. The knowledge, the information that we don't have, we can't take that into account. But when we have information, we have to take that into account. So this is
And
also
in
there.
one of the rulings in the past, there was this no borrowing and lending also.
No borrowing, no
So
lending.
that is
Yes.
also
Yes,
no
because
lending.
that
Yes.
you're doing for, so this is not need. This is greed. So, and do you
Greed.
know that even in religion, I don't know about other religions, but in Hinduism, the money earned through interest by lending is considered as sinful money. Yes, and I remember when we were little, so there was one term, soodkhor, which means that, people who survive on the interest money, and that was used as a term of defamation, that this person is soodkhor, they survive on interest money. And I remember that's why, according to the Lockic conditioning, also, we had this idea that you don't lend money for interest. Yes, and according
Supposing it's
to
without
so
interest.
then Gyan says don't do that also, because you don't know why they are taking it. Yes, so according to Gyan, you don't know what purpose they are using it for. So that way you don't lend. Yes, so this is all
Right.
these things have to be money creates a lot of karmic accounts. And if you have seen, I'll tell you, if you see, there are in the world, you can observe that the money that people have spent, if a person is spending money earned through pure means on the children that they are raising, the children turn out to be virtuous. And if there is money, crime money, or corruption money spent on raising children, the children also turn out to be likewise. And I have seen this, observed this, and I can vouch for it. So that is why this money thing is very deep karmic account. How you earn, where you give, all that is creating karmic accounts. Okay, Om Shanti.
Thank you. Thank you, Amsha.
Om Shanti. Okay, anybody else? Okay, let's thank Baba for some time. I again come back to the awareness that I am a soul. And my Baba is the ocean of love. As I sit in Baba's company, I feel totally accepted. I feel nourished. I feel cared for. I feel protected. All the feeling of loneliness has disappeared. Just sit with these thoughts for some time.